The Leader Pass, a batch of seasonal content which ran from 2022 to 2023 all but cemented Civilization 6 as a complete experience with the last of her major updates behind her. Having played Civ 6 on the channel a few times over the years, this feels like a good time to break out the champagne and celebrate, as our Strategy Classics 6th iteration sails into the sunset. Back in January, right around the time this channel was awakening from a 2-year hibernation, the Leaders of China pack gave us Wu Zetian, the only Lady Emperor in Chinese history. Hello, Legion. This is Hadrian. Thank you for being here, and welcome back to the Controlled Chaos Metaseries in Sid Meier's Civilization 6. Controlled Chaos is a series of series in the channel's 11 a.m. U.S. Eastern Time slot, covering all 18 of the Leaderpass leaders. Here are the rules. Each of these 18 games will flip a coin for whether the Barbarian Clans, Heroes and Legends, Monopolies and Corporations, and Secret Societies game modes are turned on, hence Controlled Chaos. Dramatic Ages and Zombies will make special appearances for certain leaders, and to keep each series unpredictable, Tech and Civic Shuffle mode will always be on. Giant Death Robots, which I normally turn off, will have a 1 in 4 chance of joining the fray every single game, and Apocalypse mode will have an ever higher chance to toggle, only once though, as we get deeper and deeper into the meta series. If a combination we've already seen in a previous series rolls again, I'll re-roll to get a unique combination and keep things fresh. I'm also going to be upping the difficulty according to my comfort level as the series progresses, and we're going to enjoy each and every series all the way through to the end, win or lose, which we've already done one of each of those. Breaks may occasionally be taken in between series, but most will run back to back. This is Series 3, Empire of Espionage, and we'll be playing as Wu Zetian of China. You'll have a moment to review the game setup and mod list on the loading screen, but for this series, RNG blessed us as follows. Barbarian Clans are on, Monopolies and Corporations are on, Secret Societies are on for the first time, and Giant Death Robots are off, with Tech and Civic Shuffle mode remaining permanently on. As usual, I'm playing using a cocktail of mods. Like the difficulty mode, the mod list may or may not be updated between playthroughs. Also, as usual, links to mods featured in the series are in the description below. If you're thinking about following along, especially if you're new to the channel, I play mainly strategy, simulation, and survival games. The more open-ended, non-linear, and emergent the narrative, the better. I approach most gameplay with a healthy dose of imagination, with a focus on having fun, keeping it mostly casual, and enjoying stories as they tell themselves. With this meta-series, I'm returning to frequent Civilization 6 content in a big way, and after some time away. This series will probably run for around 20 episodes, and the full meta-series, which started in June 2023 and will probably take about a year to complete, is something I aim to make useful for fellow returning players, as well as for new players looking to pick up basic and intermediate gameplay skills, and who enjoy a long-form, easy-listening, daily Let's Play approach. Before we get started, let me take a moment to acknowledge and thank our nobles and champions. Gaining membership with a YouTube channel you're subscribed to is like subscribing to a creator you've already followed on Twitch. It increases your impact on this channel by 300 to 400%. I've done the math. At least 300 to 400%. Champions add around 2,000% to their impact on the channel, which is definitely not the reason they get their own shout-out reel during live events. Just kidding. It totally is. Member badges and channel emotes for live chat and comments are just the 2 most visible perks. You can see a full list of them by clicking join, which, depending on your device, is either right next to the subscribe button or beneath the channel intro on the channel's front page. Memberships have given and continue to give me freedom to focus on the kind of content you're all already here for. And this is the first series that I'm starting where there are 6-month member badges in the chat and in the comments. So whether you're our newest member or our oldest, whether you're my first subscriber or my latest, thank you for the generosity with which you have supported and continue to support the channel. It's all thanks to you that I get to wake up every day and interact with an amazing community spanning YouTube, Discord, and beyond. I'm going to shut up so Sean can talk.
From the first stirrings of life beneath water, to the great beasts of the Stone Age, to man taking his first upright steps, you have come far. Now begins your greatest quest, from this early cradle of civilization on towards the stars. From humble beginnings to the center of the world you rose, Wu Zetian, Empress of China. Do not let the machinations of your court halt you, for you outwit them all. Whether by the painter's brush, your skill with words, or the poisoned blade, you will rise above your foes and cause the world to bow to you. Out of love or fear, there is little difference.
So, this series is called Empire of Espionage for a reason. This is going to be a very different type of playthrough for me and for the channel. I'm really looking forward to it. So Wu Zetian's leader ability is Manual of Entrapment. All offensive spies operate at one level higher. Whenever an offensive spy mission is successful, you also gain 50% of the culture and science that the targeted city earned that turn. We receive a free spy and extra spy capacity in order to accommodate that free spy after discovering defensive tactics. Defensive tactics is a classical era technology. Not modern era, not medieval era, classical. We're going to get this much earlier in the game, and remember, we get 50% of the culture and science bonus from the city that we're spying on when we spy. So the more spies, the better. Lots of espionage. It's pretty cool, by the way, and this was totally random. We just lucked out that secret societies also got turned on for this particular playthrough. So there might be some synergies there that I'm not aware of. I've played secret societies a couple of times, but I don't know that I've ever played a game completely through. And of course, we're playing with monopolies and corporations turned back on as well. We had that for Another Victoria, and now we have it for Empire of Espionage. We also have a dynastic cycle, which Eurekas and Inspirations provide 50% of civics and technologies instead of 40%. When completing a wonder, we will receive a random Eureka and inspiration from the era of the wonder if available. So there is still that China-focused, or that wonder-focused for China that also exists for the traditional leader of China in the game. So we have the Crouching Tiger land unit and the Great Wall unique improvement as well. So that's another thing that I have not messed with very much in Civ 6 at all. So the possibility of building the Great Wall will make things interesting depending on how much we kind of feel the need to do so. Let's jump in. Okay, so we've started on a Plains Hills tile, and it looks like we have coast near us as well, and desert. And mountain, and wheat, and citrus, and copper, cattle. Okay, you know what? we're gonna put our city down right there. I'm not gonna ask questions. I'm not gonna complain. Very interesting start location. This is the city of Chengdu. Let's go ahead and choose our first research. We are, of course, using random civics and technologies. So the order of these will be revealed to us as we play. The one random game mode, or not random, but it's the one game mode that is on in perpetuity for this entire meta series, because I think it just helps make each series unpredictable, which is what they're supposed to be. So let's go ahead and start with, I'm going to say pottery so that we can have the granary as soon as possible and get that city growing a little bit more. Let's put Chengdu on food focus for that purpose. And we can go ahead and build a scout and go to the next turn. So we seem to be on a bit of a peninsula here, which could be bad. I'm not going to mince words. I could end up not liking this start location at all, depending on how able to expand I am. So we'll see how this goes. We're playing on a fractal map this time, which is a little bit different from continents and islands. So we'll have to see kind of how that plays out. Or maybe we're not. Maybe I kept it on continents and islands. I actually can't recall at the moment. I kind of made that decision at the last minute. So we'll find out, once I'm back and editing the episode. But it just seems from what I'm looking at so far, like we might be looking at a continents and islands or a fractal start. Okay, so we have our very first goodie hut there. Let's take a moment now. See, I do want to get a settler going. I also want to get a monument for sure for that extra culture per turn. Let's go ahead out of just sheer angst and train this settler. Next turn.
No man ever wetted clay and then left it, as if there would be bricks by chance and fortune.
I say out of sheer angst because if we are in fact boxed in by the AI in some sense, then we would want to establish another city as soon as we possibly can. So that is the thinking. Void Singers have been discovered. You discovered the mysterious society called the Void Singers and earned 1 governor title. It started with a dream of the sea. The waves surged toward the shore but refused to break upon the sand, the water surface having been turned into something more like skin. A vast, dark shape moved underneath, its form constantly growing new limbs and reabsorbing old ones. On the wind, there was a song that whispered to you its name, a set of syllables not designed for human tongues. The next day, in the market, you overhear a young urchin with a hollow stare mutter something in this same language. Go to governor screen. So we could join the Void Singers right away if we wanted to. I think what I'd rather do for now is just use the free governor title to go ahead and appoint Magnus in Chengdu, because that's kind of lucky. And that is the only thing we got, I think, from that. Yeah, we just met the Void Singers. There wasn't anything else in that goodie hut, which is not a bad thing. But that's one of many secret societies. We can join them later, but I want to see what other possibilities might be available to me before I go too far there. I'm kind of tempted to go straight for writing here since it's presenting itself to me. That way I can look for like science as soon as possible. I can be advancing technologically sooner. God knows that's an important thing on this difficulty level. You know what? Yeah, let's do it. Let's go straight for it and get that as soon as we possibly can. So we have a settler training up in Chengdu. Another goodie hut over here. Nice. All right, we have barbarians and another goodie hut down here. So we're going to have to deal with that particular kitty scout. Let's see where they go. Of course you went that way. Of course you did. You jerk. All right, well, as much as I would like to kick this scout's butt, I guess I will, but I really want that goodie hut as soon as possible. All right, 26 gold there, not bad. Can I use that to go ahead and buy anything? I might be able to use it to buy a monument if I wait for a few more turns, but for now, let's just keep going. Chengdu is about to grow. That's nice. Okay.
It is not wisdom, but authority that makes a law.
Okay, so we're going to go for the combat bonus against barbarians now that we've unlocked our first policies. This is just the chiefdom government, but it's a start. And of course, I want to get a pantheon as soon as possible, so we're going to go for God King. And there's that. Okay, so in terms of the civics tree, also randomized. I think I'm going to go for state workforce. These are all 18-turn choices because having the ability to build the government plaza, but also having another governor title early on, since we've unlocked one now, is probably a good thing. I'm going to go ahead and move this warrior down this way because I feel like as much as that scout has just discovered me, they came from down here. So in order to return to their base, they're going to have to come back down here anyway. So I'll just make them, I'll kind of make them come to me and hope that that's how it goes. 10 turns already. Nice promotion for the warrior. Can't quite actually use that promotion yet, but that's huge. All right, so we've got a river here, which is nice. A natural boundary. No sign of other civilizations yet. Okay, let's go ahead and see if we can intercept this scout. I'm going to do a little bit of combat just to box them in, prevent them from sending word to their friends of where my city is located. This is also quite nice because I'm getting combat experience for my scout. We, of course, are running a couple of mods that are helping with that. As far as giving experience from barbarian fights, it's normally quite limited. In my series, however, it is quite unlimited. Okay, so we're able to exert zone of control there. This settler is available. That's kind of annoying that they popped out right then. Let's go ahead and put you here. And I hope I don't have a flood this turn, because that would be very dangerous for that settler. All right, where should I put this city? This would be a city that grew quickly, but there aren't really any rare resources. Oh, there are actually. There's amber there, and there's tundra there, and we have this fresh water here. So I could set up a... Ooh, there's Plains Hills right there. That might be it. That might be the one. That's a really good second city location. Is that Plains Hills too? No, it is Plains Hills. Holy crap. Well, that's not quite as good as this one, though. It's not. I'm loving this start location. The fact that we got that lake nearby, we have coast nearby. This is a cool start. I just don't know whether it's... Hang on, can we actually see that? No, those are just mods in use. All right. Well, I will remind myself what type of map it is once this episode is over. And, of course, you've watched the setup screen, so you saw what I picked. I was kind of going back and forth on it right as I, got ready to record. That's not something that's randomized per the series rules. I kind of leave that up to me so I can make things interesting and have that flexibility up to the last minute. And I was definitely taking advantage of that. Okay, so I'm tempted to buy a builder with gold here. Yeah, let me go ahead and do that. And I'm going to go for the monument so that we can get the loyalty bonus and also get the culture per turn as soon as we possibly can, because we kind of need it. All right, so we're getting a little bit of extra exploring done on account of cornering this barbarian unit, but this is working out quite well because now he's completely cornered. He's going to have to kind of get stuck back here, so there's nothing he can really do at this point. There we go. Your knowledge of irrigation has advanced considerably, and notice the Eureka is 50%, not 40%. That's a nice little change there. We're one turn away from discovering writing.
Writing means sharing. It's part of the human condition to want to share things. Thoughts, ideas, opinions.
All right, so this barbarian is done for. We've cornered him pretty well. Doesn't always happen that way, but it's happened this time, and I'll take it. I'm going to go for animal husbandry next so I can find out where the horses are. Hopefully we already have some near us, but there's no way of knowing for sure. We'll find out when we find out. No sign of any other civilizations yet, which is good, I suppose. Okay, it seems like this might be a victory. Let's go ahead and move these units together. Support bonuses are not a thing yet, but just out of sheer force of habit, I wanted to make that move beforehand. And it looks like... Okay, my scout's not promotable yet, but that barbarian's been taken care of. Okay, so we have one build left with this unit. I think I'm going to hold off until some rare resources are improvable, which is going to be quite soon. All right, this warrior, I forgot, is promotable. Totally forgot about that. So, yeah, let's give that warrior a battle cry, and we'll have the scout come back out this direction. We'll have to have them heal for a bit before too much more time goes by. Aha! Oh, no. Montezuma, listen, I'm going to go ahead and guess in advance that you're going to be calling me a coward within like 2 turns. And you're going to be calling me a coward because I won't share my rare resources with you, and you're going to be threatening to enslave me. Don't ask me how I know this. I just feel like it's a possibility. Would you like to visit our nearby city and sample our hospitality? So he discovered me with an eagle warrior. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. We're going to keep that builder right there. All right, well, let's try to be nice. Not today. Niceness, not today. Montezuma is not interested. Probably because my military is crap so far. And he's not impressed. Even though I've headed off a barbarian advance. All right, so we're going to have this scout hang out here. It's a good high ground location to kind of spy for wherever he may be. So I don't quite know where he is, and we're going to have to find out. But first things first, let's go ahead and settle this city here. And I think I will... Yeah, let's go for the monument first, and we'll put you on growth focus. Part of me is tempted to use this builder... Yeah, let's do this, actually. I'm going to use this builder's last charge, send them over to Jiadong, and go ahead and improve that farmable tile, that wheat tile. Great Bath has been finished. That's rude.
Then when I die, I want to go where they went.
Do you see what I see? I see 2 horse tiles near my second city. 2 tiles away and 3 tiles away. Perfect. All right, so now we can build pastures, camps. We know where horses are, and we can also harvest a lot of bonus resources. And are there any other horses nearby? Oh, yep, there's some right there. Okay, good to know. Good to know indeed. All right, let's have you heal right there. You're going to go for that tile, and now we can choose research. I'm going to go for mining. That will probably research or unlock defensive tactics, and I can start using that as soon as possible. I think it would probably behoove me... As much as I want to build a campus right now, I know that Montezuma is going to be cranky toward me, and as long as I have no army to speak of. So let's work on fixing that situation as soon as possible. And that scout will just heal there for a few turns. And there's the slinger.
Who deserves more credit than the wife of a coal miner?
Indeed. So, we've unlocked the mine, we've unlocked the quarry, and we can chop down woods and harvest copper.
It is equally important to have a happy and engaged workforce as it is to have a profitable bottom line.
Okay, so let's change policies real quick. We can have double experience for recon units, which at this point I'm going to go for. And we will confirm policies. I'm going to have this warrior hang out up in Jiaodong, and the slinger can stay in Chengdu. Okay, so it turns out defensive tactics are not showing yet, but if I research masonry, then I get the ability to build the Great Wall improvement. So we're definitely going to go for that. I will select foreign trade on the off chance that Montezuma decides he wants to be nice to me, and I can trade with him. I'll try this again just for funsies. Nope, not today. Yeah, he's actually become unfriendly toward me in the past few moments, which is super nice of him. I love that. That's very cool that he's, such a positive and uplifting presence for me already. I'm grateful for that. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get a campus building in Chengdu, because the sooner we can have some science per turn in my favor, the better. Let's give extra growth in our capital. And also, remember, not only extra growth, but any trade routes we set up with our capital as a result of choosing this promotion from Magnus will also help the city that we're sending the trade route from grow when it's connected with the capital. And that's always positive. Okay, so now we can improve... Ooh, there's a couple things we can do. It looks like I can improve that, but I can't go in the water yet, so that's a no-go. Yep, let's just do what I plan to do. Your progress towards craftsmanship has advanced considerably. That will help Jiadong grow faster, because the city's already on growth focus. We need more amenities, I'm well aware of this, and we can choose our pantheon. So, 2 amenities and 2 housing to cities if they have a holy site district adjacent to a river. We haven't yet unlocked the ability to build holy sites, which is a little bit weird. Normally I go for those almost right away, but they're not showing up on the tree just yet. Extra food and production from camps. There's not really anything I can build camps. Extra culture from pastures. That would help with the horses. We do have a lot of river tiles, so we could potentially take advantage of River Goddess a good bit. We just don't have a holy district at the moment. You know what, let's go old school. I'm going to go for Divine Spark. Extra great person points from holy sites, campuses with a library, and theater squares with an amphitheater. Let's go that route. Earn some extra great people. Your progress towards mysticism has advanced considerably. Okay. An unmet player has finished building the Wonder Etemenanki. Not Montezuma, though. Ooh, I'm glad I was not nearby when that happened. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and send my scout out to look around again, because I need to discover as much as I can in the next few turns. And I need to see if there are other goodie huts that have not yet been found. I kind of want to go this way because I know there's the potential for... I feel like Montezuma came from down here, so I kind of want to poke my head down that direction, see if I can spot him, and then come back up here. Right now we are neck and neck in terms of science per turn and culture per turn. That's about to change though. Monument here, campus there. And remember, as soon as we get defensive tactics, don't forget, that's going to be a pretty big deal. Okay, so because we found another continent, we just got the boost, which helped us complete our civic for foreign trade. So, I don't think I need to... Ooh, extra production towards ancient and classical era naval units. If I wanted to build a ship, I could do that. We do have our Pantheon now, so I could go for extra production in all cities. I think I will do that. I'm going to keep double experience for recon units for now. And we'll leave that scout there. Doesn't look like I can see Montezuma yet. I'm glad that I can see that continent. Let's take a look at what it's labeled. So we've started on the continent of South America, and we've discovered the continent of Zealandia. To the south. Just a few tiles of it. Very few tiles. All right, I'm going to go for mysticism so we can unlock this choice, and then see where we go from here. 3 turns until these projects are done. Excuse me? I'm not sure why he said that. I don't get that dialogue from Montezuma very often, so maybe I owe him an apology, and and there's not as much reason to think that he's going to hate me randomly for no reason. Although I might have to look up why he said that to me just to, you know, be on the safe side. Which you can totally do using the Civ Wiki. It's pretty handy. If you didn't know that, the Civ Wiki has information on like what each line kind of means, like when they deliver it. Okay, so we are, we need 4 more era score if we want to avoid a Dark Age. Right now, that's not really happening. All right, so this is an interesting city location down here. I might try and claim this as soon as I can, because it's, look how protected it is. It's completely sealed off here, and there's coastal, yeah, that's probably happening. All right, next turn, we're going to get a campus and a monument. Oh, your delegation is most welcome. He sent me a delegation.
When wasteful wars
what the heck?
or statues overturn, and broils root out the work of masonry.
Okay, well, I'll send him a delegation. We will house your delegation in a place of honor. Your gifts are a country. What is happening? Why is my immediate neighbor suddenly being nicer to me? I don't even have that much of an army yet. He's just decided he respects me. I don't know. All right, I'm going to go for archery just so I can have that technology available to me. You know, just kind of feel like it might be helpful. I could build the pyramids in Shendu. And I'm not going to lie, I'm very, very, very tempted to build the pyramids in Shendu. I don't normally go for wonders on this difficulty, and it might not be a good idea to go for wonders on this difficulty, but it's such a clear opportunity. It's going to take 18 turns, though. 18. And I should probably be settling more cities as well. I don't know. There's also the government plaza. Hang on. Hang on. Okay, I can't buy a builder. I need 100 more gold before I can do that, and that's not going to happen. I kind of want to go for libraries, so we can start earning those extra great people points as soon as possible. And the extra science, of course. I think I'm going to... Yeah, I'm going to do that. Just because we're playing on Emperor difficulty, and I know I need to stay ahead of that curve as much as I possibly can. Alright, we're going to do a... Well, hang on. Is there a good campus spot here? Not one that's visible yet. Let's just do a granary in Jiaodong so that that city grows. I won't gain anything by scouting over here. I might if I kind of poke my head that way, but I'd rather head back this direction with the scout. I'm hoping that I'm able to discover something if I keep looking around with the scout, because I have 9 turns to head off this Dark Age. And I would really like it. Okay, well, the pyramids have been built.
Mysticism is the mistake of an accidental and individual symbol for a universal one.
I wouldn't have lost anything even if that had been built, because I would have been able to sync the production into something else. That's the nice thing about wonders. When the AI beats you to them, like, you can still build something else with the production that you lost. All right, so... I do want to kind of have double experience for recon units, but also let me go ahead and implement conscription. It's not helping me just yet, but as soon as I start upgrading units, that'll help ensure that I don't start running out of gold. All right, so that drought has ended already. Kind of popped up between my cities while we were dealing with Montezuma. What do you have? Okay. Right now he has 1 extra city. That's a good sign. Use the trade. If you didn't catch that, I used the trade screen to kind of see how his cities are doing. All right, so I'm going to go for early empire. We already have the boost for it. It'll be done in 4 turns, and I'll get another government or governor title, as well as the ability to lock down my borders. Okay, I'm seeing this terrain down here looks amazing for another city. And also, if I were to found a city down here, I would get era score for putting a city on another continent. I won't be able to do it before the end of this era, but I could do it in the next era. Okay, we have met Hunza. Of course, we are not the first to meet Hunza, but we've met Hunza. We can send an envoy, and we will gain +2 gold at the capital and at every market and lighthouse building. So that's good to have a little bit of extra gold per turn. Okay, man, I was really hoping to discover something cool with this scout, but we're starting to run out of turns. We got 5 turns left. All I need is 4 era score. I need to find like 2 really cool things.
Of evil become confused while your arrow is on its way to the target.
Thank you for that quote, George.
Luxuries like air conditioning that brought down the Roman Empire. With air conditioning, their windows were shut. They couldn't hear the barbarians coming.
Okay, well, since conscription isn't helping me yet, I could technically build like a galley in Jiaodong and get era score for that. I might be able to pull out the standard age if I did that. I'm going to keep the production bonus in all cities because it'll help with that. Okay, I'm going to go for astrology because I want to see if I can nab a religion. I normally go for that as soon as I possibly can, which is, I suppose, what I'm doing now. Let's go for... I'm going to go for military tradition first here, not only to unlock whatever this option might be, but because I still want to be prepared for things to change with Montezuma. Settlers trained in the city do not consume a population. Yes, please and thank you. Wow. Okay, so I was expecting to run into Montezuma sooner, so he might be more like over here. There's a lot of territory down here that I could potentially claim if I'm able to strategically place a city. Okay, no, here's Montezuma. So he is running around with this settler. We have 3 turns left. Library's almost done. Granary's almost done. Oh wait, can you not train a... Really? Really? Do I not have it researched yet? I guess I don't have it researched, do I? I don't. Damn it. I didn't think about that. It needs to be researched first. It's something that has to be unlocked. Why didn't I think about that? Okay, well, that strategy is not one that's going to work. Thankfully, we didn't sacrifice too much by changing policies there at the last minute. So I guess what I'll do now, because we're not going to be able to avoid this Dark Age, I'm going to train a settler in Chengdu. I don't have a choice. I need to go ahead and get some other settlers going. And frankly, I think I want to do one in Jiaodong as well, now that I've built something that will help that settlement grow. So we'll do that. At least we found out where Montezuma's hanging out, and we are keeping up with him science-wise. He's ahead of us culture-wise. It's to be expected on this difficulty. Ancient Era ends in 1 turn. Rough. Oh, hello, Volcano. Man, that really stinks. Well, we are headed into a Dark Age for our first era transition. The world enters the Classical Era, but we're going to get spies during this Dark Age. Make dedication. So he's in a Golden Age. That's not good. If he has any cities near us, that's going to exert a lot of loyalty pressure. Okay, I'm going to go for free inquiry because I do know that there are extra ways to gain bonuses by playing as Wu Zetian. So that's what I'm going to try to lean into a little bit. Because I might get more era score by virtue of getting more bonuses. Great library has been built. We've met the Hong Kong city-state.
I'm a Sagittarius, and we're skeptical.
What a quote.
I don't underrate the value of military knowledge, but if men make war in slavish obedience to rules, they will fail.
All right, so we've unlocked the maneuver policy, which is for cavalry. We've unlocked Strategos, which is extra great general points per turn, and we've also unlocked flanking and support combat bonuses for all combat units. So that's the bonuses I would have gotten earlier when I put my warrior and my scout side by side. Okay, let's change our setup here again, because I'd rather have extra experience for recon units at this exact moment. And extra production towards settlers, given that I'm training settlers at the moment. Let's go ahead and do that, you know? I'll put both of these cities on... Well, if I take you off of growth focus, the settlers may arrive sooner. Yeah, both of them will. Perfect. All right, let's temporarily move them to production just to get these settlers out as soon as we possibly can. Yep. We're going to go for the wheel, just sort of bringing up the back of that area of technology, you know, in terms of the one that's lagging most behind all of my options. All right, craftsmanship will be done in 2 turns. That'll give me the ability to implement a policy to give me extra production towards builders, as well as extra production towards ancient and classical era land units. The good news is, if my scout finds things now, that'll be points towards the next era. Nothing wrong with that. All right, we've upgraded you to an archer. I'm going to try and sneak past over here and see what's going on in this direction. I have like a large area of territory that I want to have more explored over here, but there's so much to work with down here that I feel like I've uncovered enough of the map with this scout for now. I kind of want to, like, figure out what's going on around Montezuma. So he has settled his city, Sempoala, right there. And that's good. I was kind of hoping he'd come a little bit farther this way. Man, these cities are going to be huge.
Skill without imagination is craftsmanship, and gives us many useful objects, such as wickerwork picnic baskets.
That quote, though. All right. I'm going to switch back to +1 production in all cities, because at this point the settlers are almost done, and I want to make sure that the policies that are in place at the beginning of the coming turns... Hang on. Also, yeah, now it might be time for me to start... I do actually gain gold from this, you can see now. I forgot when I first instituted it that I have this mod running that actually tells me which things actually are a consequence of the changes that I make. How much science per turn will I get? How much culture per turn will I get? How much gold per turn? It's really, really nice. And I totally could have just noticed that that wasn't there. Could have done that, but I didn't. All right. I will go for that extra gold per turn, though. It'll only be even handier once I've unlocked or built a few more military units. All right, let's go for political philosophy, because I would really like to have better government types. Oh no. What did I do to deserve this? What did I do to deserve this? This is wrong on every level. It's an honor to meet you. Exchanging information in our capitals would be a great idea. Freaking Cleopatra. All right. Okay, we got Cleo. We're just gonna roll with it. We're gonna roll with a punch. I'm being a little bit overdramatic right now, I know, but it's Cleopatra, and I've got to act upset about it for the memes.
Sometimes the wheel turns slowly, but it turns.
I wonder, actually. Okay, no, he's friendly with Cleo. Let's send a delegation. Maybe some other time. Okay, fine. Can we declare friendship with Montezuma? Yeah. Let's celebrate our friendship. All right, so research-wise, I haven't seen defensive tactics pop up yet, but let me go ahead and select bronze working so we can find out where iron is. That's kind of an obvious choice. Actually, no. Let's do irrigation so I can unlock, and I'll queue up bronze working, so I can unlock in one turn the ability to set up some of these luxury resources that I have, because I currently don't... Yeah, I need to get some builders going, so let's do that. But I currently don't have any amenities arranged, which is starting to hurt both of my cities. So let's see if we can deal with that. Also, continent map. All right, so I need my new city, if it's down here, to be like on this tile. It might be better if it's on the coast, actually. It just needs to be here. It can't be on this northern area, because if I want to get the bonus for settling elsewhere, it needs to be either here or here. And I kind of do want to just go ahead and put it down there. It's going to take 9 turns. I'm a little bit nervous about barbarians. In fact, I'm so nervous about barbarians that I'm going to send my archer along with it to help guard that city. Besides, having a unit holding that city down will help it stay loyal. All right, 4 turns until this... All right, this one's taking longer than anticipated. That's kind of annoying. They were supposed to finish around the same time. But, you know, different sized cities meant when I took away that bonus, it had a bigger impact on the smaller city than it did on the large city. You are worse than Brutus and Cassius combined. The world will know the truth, denounces you. So even though she's friends with the person I just declared friends with, or at least she likes him, she now has decided that she hates me. All right, so you're going to give me horses, 1 gold, 2 gold per turn, and you want me to open my borders. You just basically want information. Yeah, that's fine. Let's do it. I put open
The
borders in
man
the
who has
deal,
grit
and I
enough
took
to
out the
bring
1
about
gold.
The afforestation or the irrigation of a country is not less worthy of honor than its conqueror.
Okay, so yeah, you know what? I can link these two and have them move together so that there's not even a concern that they're going to be in the same tile. Hello, Zanzibar. Your progress towards political philosophy has advanced considerably, so we now have only 3 turns left, now that we've met enough city-states. Fan-frickin-tastic. We still don't have much in the way of Eris Corps, but that's going to change once we have this settler in place. And then I think I'll use this other settler to kind of settle somewhere in here, so that there's another city somewhat close to this one to help exert loyalty pressure. Just seems like a good idea, given the proximity of Montezuma. The Temple of Artemis has been built by somebody. Insert question mark here. Okay, first things first. We need to get that citrus improved. It's not going to work till next turn. This city, I'm going to put you back on growth focus, and I guess I'll put you on growth focus as well again. Ooh, I could totally buy another scout, and I am totally going to, because I feel like there's more that I can discover if I have a second scout. That was a little bit impulsive of me, but I saw it, and I just was ready for it. All right, so I'm going to go for the granary here in Chengdu, because we're a little bit behind on getting a granary going, and I do want that city to grow as rapidly as possible. Very mountainous area near both Egypt and Montezuma. That worries me. Also, this is feeling more like a continents map. This is not exactly fractal. So I feel like I've gone continents and islands. Nice. Let others say what they will, but the real flourishing of classical era culture began with the discovery of political philosophy by China. So we got extra era score there.
A sound motto. Unite and lead, a better one.
Okay, so I'm just going to go for autocracy, which is the even keel policy. We have 1 policy slot for each type, and also we have a production bonus towards wonders. We get yields for each government plaza building, diplomatic quarter building, and what is it, capital? And palace, which is the capital building, basically. All right, so I don't think we're the first to adopt autocracy. 2 influence points per turn towards earning city-states and envoys. Yep, or +2. And now we can use, in this wildcard policy slot, we can use anything we want. We can also implement a Dark Age policy. Yeah, none of those are particularly nice at the moment, unfortunately. You know what? Extra production towards settlers right now is not the worst thing, but also extra production. Yeah, I'm going to go for builders. Right as I was about to talk myself into the settlers bonus, I think the builders bonus is actually the better one to have at the moment. All right, this scout is promotable. That's obviously a mod that I'm using to give all scouts a starting promotion and more visibility. I've been using that since the dawn of time, since scouts are so squishy in Civilization 6. They're very squishy. We also haven't met any other secret societies yet, which makes me sad, but we can hopefully change that soon-ish. All right, there's defensive tactics. This is a little bit ironic. I have to literally research all of these to get defensive tactics, which is what's going to give me my free spy, because I'm playing as Wu Zetian. Wow. Of all of the random BS to be dealt by the random tech and civics tree, that's the one you deal me on this game. Controlled Chaos, indeed. That's freaking funny. You can't ask for better. All right. Well, I'm going to go for drama and poetry so we have access to the theater square as soon as possible. And I suppose a holy site is in order at this point. Yeah, there's not really any good options here, so I'll just put it right there. New settler finally available. Now, this settler is going to be there, so it looks like that's a really good spot. I don't know, like I kind of want to put it here. These are all grassland hills tiles, not plains hills. There's also more horses over here, but I do want to take advantage of this incredible mountain range. So I think what I'm going to do is go for that tile right there. Here we go. Blah, 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 blah. Anytime I have something you don't, you just get super jealous and uppity and threaten to enslave my entire civilization just because I have a luxury resource. How dare I have a luxury that you don't have? How dare I, indeed. Well, guess what? You've declared yourself my friend. No take-backsies. All right, one turn until bronze working is done. Just kidding, it's done.
Legacy, because bronze will last for thousands of years.
All right. I don't see any iron actually uncovered by that. That is not good. At all. Both of my settlers will arrive at their spots in 4 turns. So we're going to settle a couple of cities at once. We're going to get sailing built. Oh, nice. Great person. Great scientist. Very nice indeed. Your knowledge of education has advanced considerably, and we are very close to unlocking our normal age. That is a huge win. Now, I need the horses there. Let me go ahead and send this builder over to those horses. I need those. I need them yesterday. All right, there's some there's some iron over here. That's real helpful, game. Thank you. Thank you for that. Cleo hates me, so if she decides to declare war on me right now, she could utterly murder my scout, and I wouldn't be happy about it. Can we just confirm, by the way, of course Cleo hates me. Of course she does. Why would there be any other possibility? Okay, holy site. I'm going to train a builder first so I can chop down some of these trees around Shendu. Because the spot where I want to put a holy site is definitely covered with trees, and I want to chop them down properly. You don't get the production bonus from chopping down trees when you're just building a district on top of them. In case you didn't know. It's kind of obnoxious. But it's true. Okay, so this is going to trigger the Eureka for Celestial Navigation, Mathematics, and Engineering. If they're already triggered, this instead completes the tech. Of course, none of those were triggered just yet. But that's going to make advancing considerably easier for me. All right, so we have achieved a normal age, and we have only 12 more era score that we need to earn. So that's quite nice.
The wicked king pursued the lovers Juan and Maria on his swiftest horse. As he overtook them, Maria flung down her ring, and at once rose up 7 tall hills, and the king was slowed.
The Chocolate Hills and Kubla Khan. It's an honor to meet you. We would love to sample your hospitality, Kubla Khan. So now we only need 10 more. That's quite nice. Apadana and Stonehenge have been built, which means at least one religion has probably been founded. Let's go to the next turn. Don't have too much longer for this episode, but... Ooh, Scout's promotable. That came at a good time. I'm going to go ahead and give the Scout the... Nice. Hold on. Yeah, now I'm going to give it the Guerrilla promotion. It can move after attacking. Send Envoy. Yes, extra production in the capital. Or do I want extra faith in the capital in every shrine building? You know what? Let's go for the extra production. The extra gold from that second economic city-state is also quite tantalizing. So we need 10 more era score. I'm feeling pretty good right now about a heroic age. We have 14 to 28 turns until the next era transition. And I just need 10 more era score. And I'm about to settle some cities that will help with that. Found city. Beijing becomes the first settlement on Zealandia. That's 2 era score right there.
May venture more, but little boats should keep near shore.
And that gave me access to sailing because we were already researching it. So now I'm going to go ahead and say, yeah, let's do celestial navigation. Let's lean into that a little bit. Can't spy yet, unfortunately. Haven't actually been able to do any espionage because the random tech generation. Next episode, okay? We'll have that next episode. I'll be very surprised if there's not some spying going on by the end of the next one. But this first one, no, sorry, no espionage. The title of the series is Empire of Espionage. No espionage yet. Great. Love it. Wonderful. Cool. Let's... Let's go for the monument in Beijing so that we can have a little bit of extra loyalty there. And I think you are going to be able to found your city next turn. Yeah, just 6 era score is all I need now. This is going to be a killer city. Oh, nice. I wasn't expecting era score for founding that city, but I got it. Okay, so let's go ahead and... This is where I want to put the holy site. Or do I want to put the holy site here? I totally could. Yeah, let's put it there. Why don't you sink a turn into the watermill for now? And then we'll chop those down next turn when it's time to build the holy site. Yeah, get a monument going in Zhen. I definitely want a monument up in those cities as soon as possible. Obvious reasons. Oh, hello, barbarian warrior. Fancy meeting you here. All right, you can just hold down the fort in Beijing. Next turn, please. Ugh, Cleo warning me about city-states. Cleo, ask me if I care. Seriously. Go ahead. Ask me if I care about what you think. Let's get some experience for this scout. 5 experience from that combat. Okay, so I'm going to remove from the queue this watermill. We still have a turn that we've sunk into building that. But now I'm going to remove these woods. And now we're going to place a holy site. Oh, damn, it actually doesn't have a bonus. Really? Because it doesn't have adjacency to the... Wait, why? Hold on. Hold the heck on. I need a refresher course real quick because I thought it was going to have a bonus, and that's my bad. I'm still going to put it there. I've chopped down the woods. Or maybe I can just use the production and chop down other woods. Oh, I forgot about that. I remember now that I'm looking at it, but you get faith for adjacent desert tiles, oddly enough. Okay, I'm just going to put watermill back in place there, and I'm going to send the... Hang on, let's look at this quite clearly, first and foremost. Yeah, we'll chop those down. Or possibly... What I could do as well is I could buy one of these. No, I don't want to... I want to spend gold on other things than buying tiles right now. So... Just trying to decide where I'm putting this thing. So, yeah. I'm going to use that tile that I pointed out. So let's go ahead and send the builder that direction. And we'll let production continue for a moment. Okay, we can improve those horses. Your knowledge of horseback riding has advanced considerably. We only need 4 more era score. Oh my god. This is me ignoring you. You are so extra. Please stop. Your knowledge of construction has advanced considerably. Let's finish off this barbarian. And scout a little bit more terrain at the same time. Meanwhile, I guess I could go ahead and train another builder. Wouldn't be the worst thing. And also, it looks like I can finally improve that rare resource, so I will do that. Kind of important at this juncture. Looks like I found some coast on the far side of the continent. So this is one continent, coast to coast. At least what I see of it, what I can see of it so far. 3 era score. Yeah, I think I'm going to get a heroic age pretty much locked in. Many dispute the actual start of the classical era, but you know it was when China discovered celestial navigation.
And all I ask is a tall ship and a star to steer her by.
Fantastic. All right, I'm going to go for engineering because if we get the aqueduct sooner, I have some cities that will benefit from aqueducts. All right, I'm going to put this scout on top of those hills and have them hang out for a bit until they're healed. We'll have that scout kind of look out over the water for a moment. We only need 2 more era score, which I'm feeling pretty good at this point. Not going to lie, feeling pretty good. Okay, so we're at the end of turn 57. Let's see if I can get to turn 60. And we'll end this first episode here. Let's improve those. The builder has arrived on the woods that I want to chop down, but we need to wait a bit. Next turn, please. Mongolia and China are
The poets have been
not in my good graces.
On the subject of cheese.
Yes, they have. Let's talk about it. All right, I don't think I want to change anything here. I think those are good. All right, I'm going to go for recorded history next because of the governor title. And we will build a shrine in Jiadong so that I can move towards having a religion, hopefully. Let's actually look real quick. There is still room for 4 more religions. Okay, let's very temporarily remove this builder from the queue. And we will chop down these woods and put the holy site there. There we go. So I've got a couple of cities that need more housing. Shocking no one. Although, I'm not actually seeing those cities at the moment, so maybe some of the improvements that I built recently are helping with that. Hanging Gardens has been built by somebody. Insert question mark here. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and improve the copper for the production and gold bonuses. As much as I want to improve the wheat. I've already got 1 wheat improved. Hey, Mongolia, are you maybe... We don't need your leftovers? Oh, okay. How much would it take to open your borders? 11 gold? That's more than I want to spend, but I've got to get my scout out from your territory, so... Fine. Thank you for making my life difficult, Mongolia, and costing me 11 of my hard-earned gold. Appreciate that. It's very nice of you. Thank you so much. It's great. I'm going to buy a warrior in Zhan. Just make sure that that city, not only is that going to give me a little bit more military, but just make sure there's a unit in that city in case something goes south here. All right, we've got a couple of holy sites now. I would also like to build a shrine in Chengdu. So now in 3 turns, we'll have 3 shrines finish up. Statue of Zeus has been built by Montezuma, of all people. I don't think there's anything I can trade with him yet, although he does have sugar. What would it take? Interesting. Okay, I'm not going to do that yet, but I know that there's a trade that I'll be able to pursue with Montezuma. A couple of major advancements coming up in just a moment. Surging murky water rushes over the land around the river during an intense flood.
What
that day.
man's
Okay.
magic
Well, we've passed turn
is
60.
another man's engineering.
So I'll go ahead and stop this episode here. Not a bad premiere, I have to say. Montezuma is clearly the strongest AI player currently in the area, but we're also friends with Montezuma, so that's working out kind of in my favor. And as soon as I finish, let's take a look at the tree here. This is kind of funny. It's not a technology, it's a civic. Defensive tactics is a civic. I mentioned earlier in the episode that it was a technology. It's a civic. But look at this. Look at it. We have to research this for 6 turns, this for 6 turns, this for 2 more turns, and this for 6 turns before we can get to the thing, which is going to take us 9 turns, that will allow us to have our free spy early in the game. So, to be honest, the tech and civic will still be able to take advantage of a lot of the bonus, but some of it has been taken from us this game because the tech and civic randomization put a lot in front of that particular civic. And it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. And in the next episode, we will probably unlock it, I would imagine, or come very close to unlocking it, and start the process of spying on literally everyone, which is going to be a little bit tough because the people we want to spy on are like the ones with the most science and culture per turn. You know? Those are the ones that we really want to pay close attention to so that we can gank their science and culture production when we complete a successful spy operation, which we, of course, will be more likely to do because we're playing as Wu Zetian. So that's a lot to look forward to. The game's just making me fight for it a little bit, which is fine. It is what it is. Again, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. If it's not your first time or even your second, look for the join button to access unique emotes, badges, and other perks. New episodes are coming out every day but Monday at 11 a.m. U.S. Eastern Time. If you're here for the beginning of the series, there will be a bonus episode this Monday. Comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.